All right, I know this may shock some people about me, but I'm a huge John Wick film franchise fan. And I don't know why I love them, but I just do. I think Keanu Reeves, look, is not, one of these high end actors, but this fits for him. And I went last night to see Ballerina, which is part of the John Wick franchise. And it is between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. So if you're familiar with the films, this is sort of where Ballerina takes place. Now, this is a spin-off, and a lot of times spin-offs go really wrong for me. Like, I can't really remember that many spin-off films that I think are just as good as the regular franchised films or the regular film itself. But this film was good. I was in it from start to finish. Now, it stars Ana de Armas, and I was also on the fence about her. I was like, can she pull something like this off? She was phenomenal. I could see her now as this character. She was really good. You could tell she really trained for it. I didn't give it the side eye when she was playing this character. Now, it's about Eve Macaro, who is the ballerina assassin. And it takes you through, which I really liked, her origin story, how she became who she is, and how she then trained under Ruska Roma. And this film is her story, how it starts, and her seeking revenge for her father's death. Look, this story's been done a bazillion times, but I will say that I didn't feel that way watching the film. I thought there were nuances to the storyline. I also thought that the fight scenes were phenomenal. There were things in here where you're like, oh, people were laughing. The audience was into it. I was into it. There was definitely throwbacks to John Wick. So if you're not familiar with the John Wick films, there might be a couple little things you don't get. But my sister didn't know anything about John Wick. She enjoyed the film. There were a couple things where she's like, I didn't get it, but that's understandable. But it didn't ruin the film for her. Of course, Keanu Reeves as John Wick makes an appearance. I actually thought he was just making some sort of little cameo in the film, but he does have a bigger role, which I was here for. And overall, the film is really good. Look, I loved it. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. Look, when you go into these films, you know what they are. They're not masterpieces, but if you go into it knowing what type of film it is, you're going to enjoy it. Yes, a couple things there. My sister mentioned the CGI. She thought she was a little shocked about how much CGI was being used. I did not mind it at all, but the fight scenes are good. There are some nuances to that, some things I haven't seen before done. I loved it. So go check it out, Ballerina, out and go see it in the theater because you will not be disappointed.